Martel's mother, Marlene, has finally broken her silence, and her words have shaken the entire love and marriage Huntsville community. For years, she stayed quiet while her son's life unraveled publicly through his mistakes. His failed marriage to Melody Shari and his ongoing relationship with Arion. But this time, she didn't come with anger, cursing, or tears. She came with calm truth. And that truth cut deeper than anything fans have ever seen before. When a mother, after years of silence, finally decides to speak, her words carry a weight that cannot be ignored. Marlene's moment has completely shifted the way people view Martel, Arion, and even Melody. Marlene has been there from the very beginning, watching Martel's marriage with Melody collapse, witnessing him sneak around with Arion for over a decade, seeing him lose businesses, respect, and credibility, and enduring the endless fights on the show. She's seen castmates like Marsa Scott, Morris Scott, Kimmy Scott, and even Miss Wanda try to hold Martel accountable. And now, when Marlene finally decided to step in and say enough, fans knew this wasn't just another storyline. This was serious. The most shocking part of Marlene's statement came when she spoke about the women in Martel's life. Her tone completely shifted depending on who she discussed. When she mentioned Melody, her words were filled with respect. She admitted Melody wasn't perfect, but praised her strength, her role as a mother, and her ability to hold everything together even during chaos. Marlene gave Melody the recognition she deserved as the woman who helped build Martel's businesses and raised 4 children with dignity, even when her husband's mistakes were dragging her down. But when the topic turned to Arion, Marlene didn't hold back. She made it clear that Arion had only brought destruction and instability into Martel's life. She described her as lacking ambition, drive, or purpose. And then came the real shock. Marlene suggested that Arion had even been abusive toward Martel behind closed doors. That claim flipped the narrative. For years, Martel has been seen as the villain who cheated, humiliated Melody, and caused chaos. But suddenly, fans were forced to ask, was there more to the story? Was Martel also a victim in ways no one knew? Of course, Arion quickly jumped on Instagram to defend herself, claiming Martel chased her and her side of the story had never been told. But when the words come from a man's own mother, they hit differently than social media chatter. Fans were left wondering whether Marlene was protecting her son or exposing the truth. Either way, her statement changed the conversation. The spotlight also shifted back to Melody Shari. Marlene's praise confirmed what fans had said all along. Melody was never the problem. She was the backbone of the Holt family, the one who built businesses, held the children steady, and carried herself with dignity despite betrayal. Today, Melody is thriving, signing deals, building her empire, and walking red carpets. And now, even Martel's mother has acknowledged her strength. Meanwhile, Arion finds herself in the harshest spotlight yet. She's never been a main cast member, but her shadow has loomed over the show for years. Now, with Marlene's words hanging in the air, her image has taken another major hit. Fans question her role, her choices, and whether she's been part of Martel's downfall. The rest of the cast is watching too. Letitia Scott is likely throwing subliminals online. Marsa is staying quiet to avoid drama. Kimmy is pushing Martel to finally make better choices. And Destiny is ready to call him out if he doesn't. Behind the scenes, producer Carlos King is likely smiling because moments like this are reality TV gold. But beyond the entertainment, the situation raises serious questions. If Marlene is right and Arion has been abusive, should fans reconsider how they view Martel? Some say yes, no one deserves mistreatment, no matter their past. Others argue this is just karma for everything he did to Melody. And then there are those who think Marlene may be exaggerating to shield her son. The fallout doesn't just affect the people, it impacts the show. Viewers are questioning whether Love and Marriage, Huntsville has become too toxic and repetitive. Some wonder if it's time for the network to pivot, maybe giving Melody her own spin-off that highlights her motherhood, businesses, and healing without the chaos of Martel and Arion. Still, the most pressing issue is Martel himself. Will he finally listen to his mother? break ties with Arion, and work on becoming a better man and father? Or will he continue spiraling in the same toxic patterns? Marlene's truth has forced him to a crossroads, and whichever path he chooses will define his future. Fans are divided. Some support Marlene's perspective, others defend Arion, and many are just watching the fallout unfold. But one thing is certain, after this moment, nothing will ever be the same. This isn't just drama's accountability. It's a reminder of the power of a mother's truth. And now the entire cast, from Marcette and Morris to Kimmy and Destiny, is watching how Martel responds. The custody battle looming in October only raises the stakes higher. Judges notice public perception, and if Martel is seen as unstable or surrounded by toxic relationships, it could cost him dearly. That's why every IG post, every clapback, and every rumor feels like evidence in a trial. So, the question remains, will Martel finally rise and break free from old patterns? Or will he let the cycle drag him down again? Because this time, it's bigger than TV ratings. It's about legacy, family, and children who are now old enough to hear the whispers. This moment has forced everyone, Martel, Melody, Arion, and the entire cast, to face uncomfortable truths. And whether this pushes the show toward reinvention or total collapse, one thing is certain, fans are watching every second. And the next chapter will shock everyone. Marlene's unexpected honesty has left a ripple effect that no one on love and marriage, Huntsville, can escape. What began as a mother quietly defending her son has turned into a public reckoning for the entire circle, forcing each person to examine their own role in the chaos. In the days after her statement, whispers around Huntsville grew louder. Longtime friends of the Holt family started sharing their own memories, small moments they'd noticed but never dared to speak on. A neighbor recalled late-night arguments outside Martel's house, while a former business partner hinted that Martel's downfall wasn't just about bad decisions, but about the people he kept close. Everyone suddenly had a story, and Marlene's words gave them permission to talk. Martel, meanwhile, is caught between shame and defiance. Sources close to him say he's been calling producers at odd hours, worried about how the edit will play on television. He's furious that his mother went public, but he can't bring himself to confront her. Deep down, he knows the truth she spoke wasn't meant to hurt him. It was a lifeline. But pride is a heavy thing, and Martel's pride has always been his greatest weakness. Melody, on the other hand, has handled the storm like a seasoned pro. She's been posting cryptic but graceful messages, Bible verses about strength,